I don't like to get too high on trades, but I don't like to get too low. I like to keep it chill, like, you know what I'm saying?
Got to put your head in the freezer after that one.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Like, I was thinking, of course, I'm thinking, okay, that's a lot of money I just made, but I know I can't get too hyped because if I go into the markets the next day too hyped, I could lose it all. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, we're here, TFT Podcast. Welcome back for another episode. Today, we're joined by Ben from New York. He's got 22,000 in payouts. He's a TFT trader. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Glad
so,
to be here.
Did you ever think that you'd be on this podcast?
I knew what hard work and dedication, I knew I could be here, but, I knew if I to continue putting my head down, continue, putting the work in, I knew I'd be here some way. I know I'll be here somehow. It's all a matter about how much work you put in, So
when did you start with TFT?
TFT, late September.
Late September.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're new.
Yeah,
you're new.
I'm new. Yeah,
what the hell were you doing before that?
FTMO.
FTMO
in the beginning of the year.
Fair enough.
And after that, I took a little break from trading.
Okay.
And then when I came back to New York, I started with TFT. Yeah.
It's been a crazy year.
Crazy year, yeah.
It's been a crazy year. So how'd you originally find out about FTMO and what'd you think when you first found out about it?
At first, I found out about trading in 2020, during COVID. And I was like, people making money off their phone. Yeah, right. What I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then I did my research. I seen it was actually a real thing. So after that, I started, studying every day, putting hours into my craft and stuff like that. And afterwards, I realized I found out there was a way for me to get a larger account just by passing the challenge, right? So I was like, you know what? That's a smarter idea than me just continue putting money in an account. And then I'll be blowing it, right? In the beginning of my journey, I used to put money in my account, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, and I'll blow it, right? But I was like, you know what? I could put $1,000 into a $200K, $300K account, and then I could get way greater returns just by studying, right? So I just put the money in. I bought my challenges, FTMO. I started getting my payouts early this year. I got my first big payout early this year with FTMO. And after that, I got a few payouts with FTMO. And after that, I took that break again. And after that, I went to TFT. So that's why I'm here right
so
now.
With FTMO, you said you got a few payouts. What were you how much were the payouts?
So my first payout with FTMO was $15,000. My second payout was $13,000. And I think my last payout was $10,000.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling getting these payouts from FTMO? FTMO is in the middle of nowhere, right there in Czech Republic, right? It's so random.
Exactly.
So how were you feeling after that?
When I actually seen the money hit my account, I went straight to the bank. Straight to the bank.
You're like, is this shit real?
Yeah, I had to go straight to the bank. I told the teller, give me $10,000.
Oh my God.
Took the $10,000, added the hundreds, and I did it just to feel it, just to understand, okay, I put the work in for this. I really did this. So I really did it to see, okay, this is actually real. So it really was a motivating thing for me. But yeah, at first I didn't really, because I never had that much money in my hand at one time, you know what I'm saying? So at first it was just a surprising moment, but then it motivated me.
That'll definitely change you, having
exactly.
10K in hand after having nothing.
Exactly. Hundreds to a college student.
You're walking down the street I can't fucking hear you.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just a crazy feeling, man. But yeah, that just motivated me to just continue working hard and stuff like that.
Before that, how were you getting money before this?
I worked. I was working. I was working.
What job were you working?
It was I worked in my college. It's more I was recruiting kids to this program. Yeah, so I was working, helping them recruit kids to this program and stuff like that. It wasn't really. It wasn't. It was part-time money.
Right.
So it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was still money in my pocket as a college student. So yeah, that was what I was doing before. But I was still learning trading around that time. So yeah. What
do you think about college, right? Is it worth attending at this point? What's your opinion on that?
I'm about to graduate, so I might as well.
Let's hear it.
I'm finishing it. I'm a computer science major. I'm about to finish it. But I see college. It depends on your career path, right? So if you have a passion, you want to be a doctor or a nurse, obviously you need to go to college. But I always tell people,
you can't learn on YouTube.
Yeah, not for a doctor. Yeah, not as a doctor. Yeah, but I always tell somebody, if you have a passion, go for it. Like, you don't need, college is not the only way in life, you know, for you to be successful. As you can see, everybody else around the world that's successful, it's not just college that they went through, you know what I'm saying? So I use college as a backup plan. Like, at least I have this degree. At least like I have something to fall on, but that's not my main focus.
Right.
My main focus is investing, trading, and stuff like that. So I see college. I want to say college is a scam or anything like that, but I can say if you have other plans, use that as a backup plan. So you have.
So what do you have to say? I mean, you seem pretty intellectual, right? What do you have to say to the people that are like, a backup plan? You can't have a backup plan if you're gonna have your real plan work, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to these people?
Because you never know. Life can hit you. Life can hit you in the face. So you will always have something to fall back on, right? You don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's why my mom always told me, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just see like college as a backup plan, but it's not my main plan. I'm always still going 100% in my main plan, but it's just like a backup plan.
You're like, I'm going 100% on the main plan, 100% on the back plan.
Nah.
I got 200%.
Yeah. That's like 200% on the main plan, like 50% on the backup plan. You know
this is like my opinion of college is, a lot of people are like, you should drop out, right? You shouldn't go to college. Yeah. I think you should go to college. I think everyone should go to college. I think everyone should get educated. I don't care what the fuck you think. Yeah. I think it's 4 years that you can really develop yourself. Like you're going to mature more over those 4 years. You can do a lot of networking in college, right? Especially if you get into a good college. Exactly. That's a huge gateway for you, especially these people at the bottom, right? If you're in middle class, lower middle class, right? Below there, if you get into a really good college, like that can open up doors for crazy opportunities. It can change your life. So people hating on college, like, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, you have no idea what you're talking about. But there's also a group of people that I'm starting to meet that play college sports that stop playing college sports because they want to focus on trading. And I want to address that real quick. I think that unless you're injured or something, that is like the biggest tragedy, I think, in the world. Because if you're talented and you play a sport, you can have not only so much fun, make so many memories through sports. Exactly. But and I say this now, like I'm 28 now. When I was 18 in high school, I stopped playing a sport because I wanted to work a job, right? But now I realize I'm like, shit, I was 18. I had so much time to make money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're 18 through 22, you have so much time to make money. Exactly. Like don't be like pressed like, oh, I need to make money now. Like I know it sucks in the moment. But like being where I'm at 28 and understanding how quickly I accumulated the amount of money I did, it's extremely possible. You don't have to do what I did. You do many things, right? To make a lot of money in a short amount of time. All you need to do is focus on improving your skills.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So skill set, don't be sitting here like, oh, I'm wasting time. Like you can grind. Like you can work on your skills. You can work a job. You can go to school. You know, you can do multiple things. You got to balance it. So for you, you know, speaking, you're a college student. How do you balance college and trading, right?
I just put certain hours aside for each thing, right? So college right now I'm breezing through it because I'm at the end. So like I don't put that much time into it because I'm ready.
Comp sci is not easy though.
It's not. It's not. But I put the work in before. Like I've already put hours in it, like with craft, you know, learning how to code and stuff like that. So I already put the code in, the hours to learn how to code and stuff like that. So now it's just like I'm just cruising out along, right? Yeah. But training, I feel like training is like an ongoing thing where you always got to back test, you always got to journal, you always got to see how you can improve, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I put more hours towards trading than school now.
Because you're learning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I'm still a learning process.
Are you, you're someone that knows programming. What languages do you know?
Python, C++, HTML, CSS, stuff like that. Yeah.
And so, do you use any of these to deploy like EAs or anything?
No.
Do you build any?
I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to get into it. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really into the EA thing. I'm more like hands-on, like I'm trading by myself. Yeah, but I'm gonna look into
guys with his computer, like we're going for it.
Yeah. But I'm more into like hands-on and stuff like that. But I'm looking into it though. I heard it's like
fair enough.
Good. Yeah.
So getting into it, you trade manually. It seems right. What do you use? You use like the news. You study fundamentals at all? Do you just trade technicals? Right?
Technicals. It's more trade price action, right? Okay. Price action. But I do base my trading off fundamentals because I know so I trade off like support resistance and stuff like that, areas of interest and stuff like that. So I know price likes to repeat itself, right? Price likes to repeat itself. If it comes to a certain area, drops, like say for gold, comes to a certain area, drops 100 pips. is gonna react at that same area again. Probably not for 100 pips, but probably for 50, 100. It depends.
These are, and people call these things all different things.
Yeah,
supply
exactly.
and demand.
Yeah,
right?
so many different
order
names.
blocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's all just where were the previous orders that made the market move in that one direction a lot.
Exactly.
Identifying those is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So for you, like when you were learning, where did you learn, right? From?
Okay, yeah. So I started off baby pips. Baby pips. So I started off baby pips.
I think everybody started there.
Yeah. 3 hours, probably 3 hours a day, just learning. Because before I started, I was in IML. I got recruited to IML.
Right.
Got it out of that quick though. I was not alert. They was more focused on the recruiting.
I'm not gonna be seeing your picture as like chairman.
No. I wasn't that deep into it.
I
wasn't that deep into it. Like a couple 6 months, and I got up out of there. But I was like, you know what?
Like 6 years I was out.
Hell no. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Training is actually real. So I want to really learn it. So I got on baby pips about 3 hours a day studying. This is during the pandemic, COVID. And after that, I just went on YouTube trying to find a mentor that I can relate to and also that I see is actually genuine. You know what I'm saying? So I found out about SwaggyC. SwaggyC, I seen him. His YouTube, I seen how much gems he had on his YouTube and stuff like that. So I went through his whole YouTube channel. I watched all his YouTube videos, and after that, I bought his course. And that's really how I like learned like to really trade.
So for those that don't know, SwaggyC, like what can you expect out of his course?
Straight, like he breaks it down so simple. Somebody that doesn't know how to trade could come and buy his course. And I'm not saying they're gonna know how to trade in like, quickly, but it's gonna make sense to them. It's not gonna be like so much stuff like, like words they not really understand. He breaks it down so simple, and he makes sure you can see he's passionate about making you want to learn. Because some people just throw out courses just like for the money, but he's actually wants you to learn. So it's like you can really relate to him, relate to his story and stuff like that. So he's like real genuine dude, really knows how to break it like concepts down and stuff like that. He's really organized too. So definitely, I would really recommend SwaggyC to anybody. That was
you haven't delved into the realm of ICT trading?
No. I've seen his stuff. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money off his stuff, but I never really dealt. I like a YouTube video of his, but it's like
I feel like he's the opposite of SwaggyC. Like he's like all these crazy words.
Yeah, exactly. SwaggyC keeps it simple.
Right.
And I like simplicity. You know what I'm saying? I like simplicity when it comes to the market. I don't like to overdo it. Like you see on my charts, I got 1 MA. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got my support, my resistance line, my technical levels, and that's it. I don't got a bunch of stuff on my charts.
So if you could trade with 3 prop firms for the rest of your life, what would they be and why?
TFT.
Let's go.
MTMO. And I haven't picked on it. I'm still looking for the third one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still looking for the third one. Why I say TFT, TFT is really like the community. I love the community of TFT. Right? I like how you're in the Discord. You're in the Discord responding to people and stuff like that. I like that connection you give to the traders. Like you can actually have a conversation with you. You can have a conversation.
I'm like telling people to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but it's still a conversation at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all pay out. Obviously, that's a big thing. Y'all pay out. And then these like stuff opportunities like this, like a podcast, you can't get that with a lot of other.
That's one thing that's missing from a lot of these newer firms. Like I was looking through a bunch of the other ones kind of that are really popular right now. And, their marketing isn't as, on point as TFTs. Even FTMO, like they kind of like stopped doing interviews a bit. They kind of like slowed down a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know why. Maybe it's like I don't know. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but maybe they're just pumping more money into ads. And they're just focused on that and like the ROI on that. They might think is more. I personally think that organic content and like these type of opportunities for the community, for you, for like this user generated content, like this is what people want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't just want to see like, here's the stats. Like here's this bullshit, right? Like they want to see like stories.
Yeah, stories like how did the trader get to that point in their life and stuff like that. Yeah, that trader career.
So that being said, where did this story begin for you, right? Like when you got into trading, what were you doing? Right.
So like I said, I was with the MLM. I'm not gonna say their name, but I was with the MLM. So I was in there for like about 6 months. Basically what I seen, I was like, I had to get out of there at the end because I was like, okay, they're focused on more recruiting. I'm not learning about trading. They masked it as trading, but it was more of recruiting, right? So I was like, I got to get out of here, right? So after that, During COVID, after that, I was just like I said, I put my head down. I studied each day. I was like, I gotta learn this because this could actually change my life. I know I could do it. I see other people could do it. Why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? So I put my head down. I studied. After that, like I said, I see my mentor, SwaggyC. I learned about my mentor, and then after that, it was just like it's a continual process. Even to this day, it's a continual process. But it took a while for me to be profitable, because of my psychology, right? Like I studied technical so much, but I was missing a psychology, right? I realized, okay, after a while, blowing so many accounts, I was like, you know what? It's my psychology that's messing up, right? I know the technicals, I know all of these candlestick formations, I know all of that, but it was missing my psychology. So once I started focusing on my psychology, being calm in the markets, not revenge trading, stuff like that, that's when I really seen like a difference in my trading and stuff like that. So I'll definitely say.
So what were you doing, right? You have this moment where like, shit, like I don't know how to handle myself in the markets, pretty much, right? From that point on, what type of books were you reading, right? Like, how did you kind of get yourself centered?
So I started watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to improve your psychology. It was a couple books that I read of SwaggyC that he recommended. I don't know if I'm off the top of my head because it was like 2 years ago that I was reading it. I'm still reading books, but I don't remember it off my top of my head. But it was more like YouTube videos. They was giving me tips. Okay, you know what? You could do this before you trade. You could do that before you trade. Listen to music. Like I listen to I have a whole playlist, calming music. So when I'm in the markets, I listen to so I don't be like jumpy, doing all these type of irrational decisions when I'm in the market. So yeah, it was definitely those things that helped me.
We opened the door, you got the candle going, the
yeah,
music.
my candle going, exactly. Everything is going, exactly. Yeah, that's what I do.
Like, you're in a trade, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Exactly, yeah. Just like things
That's
to
great.
calm my emotions down when I'm in the markets,
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So what type of trader are you?
Technical.
Swing, intraday?
Scalping, intraday, scalping/intraday. I like to get in and get out. Yeah. /intraday, because sometimes I might hold the trade for a day, but sometimes if the trade presents itself, I might get in and out in like 5 to 10 minutes, depending. Yeah.
What do you think? So you've gotten several 5-figure payouts. What is the breakthrough for you to reach that point?
So I realize I don't have to trade every day. Right, I have to really maximizing the high potential setups. I feel like that's really the main thing that I had to focus on to get those high figure payouts. It was really me looking for the correct setups, the correct days to trade, and not just trading every day. Because I used to trade. I used to think, okay, I got to trade every day to make money in the markets, but I realized that's not true. All you gotta do is one setup. Like, literally, all you gotta do is one setup per week, 2 setups per week, and you can make that money. But you just gotta make sure it's high setups that actually goes into your plan and stuff like that. So it was just really getting those high probability setups that really helped me get over that edge and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's hard to not trade every day.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It can be difficult.
Yeah.
So how long do you feel like you spend on trading per week?
So I'm on the markets every week. I mean, every day. Right? I'm on the markets every day, but I'm not training every day. Like I have to see my setup, my strategy line up before I take that trade. I'm on the markets. I'm always on the markets every day just to see like what's going on with the markets. But my strategy has to align up. So I might take 2 to 3 trades per week and stuff like that, based on my strategy. You know what I'm saying? Because my strategy says don't trade every day. Like if you don't see your setup presenting itself in the market, don't trade, or else you're just gonna be rushing trades, or that's how you take losses and stuff like that.
What pairs do you trade?
Gold, GU.
Big gold.
Yeah, big gold
guy.
Yeah. Mainly gold though. Mainly gold. I'm trying to get to US 30, but that's a different beast.
Gold was crazy last week, right? It
Yeah,
shot up.
shot up.
I was looking at that like, fuck.
Yeah, shot up a lot of pips and stuff like that. Yeah, gold is its own monster, own beast. Yeah. So I've been trading that for like a good year, so really studying.
What's like your biggest trade that you've had on a prop firm? Evaluation firm.
I think it was about 25,000 on gold.
25K.
Yeah.
And how long do you hold the trade for?
I think it was like 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
What were you like? Was it instantly in profit? Was it up and down?
It went. I remember I got in and went down a little bit in drawdown, and then it started to move. It started to move in my favor, like towards the later part of the day. 'Cause I trade only New York session 8 to 12. I might be done. I'm like 1. So like it started moving towards my direction around like 1 o'clock and stuff like that. Yeah.
What else did you do that day? Like what happened after? That's a big day.
I mean, I really just, I didn't do nothing. I didn't really do nothing.
You didn't walk outside like I run this shit.
Nah, I mean, cause I don't like to get too high on trades.
Right.
But I don't like to get too low. I like to keep it
chill.
easy, like chill, like, you know what I'm saying?
Got to put your head in the freezer after that one.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Like, I was thinking, of course, I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's a lot of money I just made, but I know I can't get too hyped. Because if I go into the markets the next day too hyped, I could lose it all. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to keep it easy and stuff like that. That's
the question is, did you stop trading after that?
Yeah, I stopped trading.
You did?
Yeah. That's when I got my payout. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you learned.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't go in the Discord like, yo, I hit a 25K trade. Fuck you guys.
Nah, I like to keep. I only post my certificates.
Right.
Yeah,
what do you think of the Discord? Right, what goes on in there?
I love the Discord. I don't really. I mean, I talk in it, but it's like a lot of people just like. They just like.
What's your name in there?
It's Benz. It's Benz FX.
Benz FX. Have I just like?
Yeah, you told. I DM you never answered.
Yeah, I can't be answering DMs at this point in my life.
but yeah, you mentioned me. Yeah, you told me something. I think when I posted my certificate, I think you like reacted to it.
Let's go.
Like that. Yeah,
let's go.
So
I'm gonna look for you in there now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's obviously some animals in there.
Yes, it gets wild in there. You know, people. I'm not even gonna talk about that.
What's crazy is that one of our support team members accidentally pruned the Discord and deleted 40,000 people.
Wow.
Like 2 months ago. So
wow.
I'm like, yo, like we lost 40,000 people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sucks.
They probably open their phone like,
you know what I'm saying?
I
was like, I was so pissed. I was like, why'd you do this to us?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people in there. There's a lot of active people in there too. Like
definitely.
There's 100,000 people in the server, but there's 10K. Like I looked today, there was 9,000 people online, like active. I'm like, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah. But then you got like, you know, the other Discord. Everyone's got a Discord now. Even FTMO's got a Discord.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, I didn't even know that, but they got a Discord
now. Yeah. I go in there sometimes, and I'm like, we're taking over. I'm like, I love you guys, but we're fucking gonna kill you. Yeah. I always be typing that stuff. It's so funny, and they're like, get out. They're like, get out of here. They're like, Angelo's here. I'm like, oh my god, this is fun, man. Yeah. So like for you, what's the most fun part about trading?
The freedom it gives you. The freedom it gives you. Like you literally hit for 10, like whatever, 5, 10K, 15K, is go enjoy your life. You don't have to, I don't like 9 to 5s. Like I don't have nothing against 9 to 5s, but it's just like the freedom that trading gives you is like unmatched. Like you choose how much you make in the markets. It's only you, it's you versus you, right? It's not somebody else dictating how much you make, you know, in the year, stuff like that. It's you versus you. So I just like the stability, the control I have over my own success and stuff like that. And obviously the money is great too if you know what you're doing and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely just like the freedom it gives you. You can literally go anywhere you want in the world, trade anywhere you want in the world. So it's just like, what else?
So what's crazy to me, I've been thinking about this recently, is in the world we live in now with social media, everyone is so convinced or now sees that from a young age you can have a lot of opportunity, right? Previously, like if there was no evaluation companies, to get into trading, you probably would have to like get a job, save up money, you know, get some bankroll, and then fund your account. And you might be 25, 26, 27 by the time you could even fund an account with a decent amount of money to be able to trade with. But now the evaluation firms it's like an accelerator for this younger generation. Yeah, exactly. Because you can gain access to this level of capital and you can gain access to this opportunity that's skill based, right? It's based on how you perform. And there's no age cap on this. Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, do you feel like at this point you would have made multiple 5 figures without like evaluation companies?
Absolutely not.
Like what would you be doing now?
I feel like I wouldn't be making 5 figures. I probably would be making profit, but not the amount of
What would you be doing though? Like what would be your strategy, you think?
Like slowly growing my small account. I'd have $10,000 to put in a trading account, right? So I'd probably put like $1,000, see if I could get to 10,000. You know, potentially.
You'd be risking a lot.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, but it would just be more me just like trying to slowly gain my.
And for the bozos out there that are like, oh, prop account is just, if I have a 100K account, it's just the drawdown. It's 10K in drawdown. Well, like let's just say it is 10K in drawdown, right? So you're risking 1%. Let's say hypothetically then that's risking 10% because you're risking 1% of a 100K account, but that's 10% of the 10K that you have.
Yeah.
And then let's just say you blow that, right? You blow a challenge. You blow that your 10K cash, you're blowing $10,000.
Exactly.
As opposed to with you're spending what, $500? You get discount codes like $400.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, come on. There's not even a comparison here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then not only that, it's like if you're at least in the US or in a country that's not regulated, right? Like you are a country that is regulated, right? You have to use lower leverage. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to use, if you're in the US, you have to use OANDA 1 to 50, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you can't even get the buying power on that
Exactly.
10K cash that you would have on like $100,000 funded account.
True,
So that being said, what account sizes do you go with?
Usually I go with 200 plus. Like I don't really trade like the. I mean, when I first started with the FTMO, I had a 100K account, but then I went to 200. So right now I'm just looking for 400Ks and up. So right now I'm in a 400K evaluation with TFT. I'm trying to get max funded on TFT and stuff like that.
How is that experience like trading on a 400K? Does it feel any different? Right.
Not really. I mean, you have more room. To, you know, you have more room, but it's just like it's the same thing. Like it's the same strategy. I just up my lot a little bit more. You know, 'cause I have more room to like.
What kind of lots are you dropping? What size?
Like,
let's hear.
10 to 20
on the 400K.
Yeah,
10
to 20. Yeah, 10 to 20.
You'd never be dropping 10 lots on your personal
exactly.
account.
I wouldn't.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. You know what I'm saying? But like the prop firms, they give you that room to like, you know what I'm saying? Like room you wouldn't have on a 10K account, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So
on getting back to social media, it sounds like you follow Swaggy, right? What are some other people you follow on social, and why do you follow them?
Q Banks. Follow Q Banks. And then it was another one, Charlene FX.
Charlene, okay.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Aside from TMT and FTMO stuff like that. I don't really follow a lot of these. I used to follow Lambo Raul. But that's a whole different story. FX Alex G. G. I follow him. He's a good one too. But I just follow, set and forget. Yeah, I just follow the people I see that's actually genuine and actually like I see they know what they're talking about, actually practice. They showing the wins, not only the wins, but they're showing their losses too. I like the transparency. So that really helps me build respect.
What do you think about the people that like there's so many haters of these influencers, right? There's so many like negativity directed at them, along with a lot of positivity as well. Like, what do you think of all that, right? That gets directed at them.
I just feel like it's a problem with themselves.
That's a big statement right there. I agree.
Yeah. I feel like it's a problem with themselves because they have a psychology or internal problem, and then they just feel like it's an influencer's fault when it's not actually their fault. It's your fault. Like you have to look at yourself in the mirror to see what you're doing wrong and stuff like that. So it's not always the course. It's not always the signals or whatever. It's what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to look yourself in the mirror. You know? Yeah,
I think that from my experiences I've sold the course. Now I have TFT. Right. I've traded on FTMO. I've traded on my own accounts. From what I've seen is, you could give people the best information in the world, and some people just aren't going to figure it out.
They're not going to figure it out, exactly.
Yeah, I could even give you signals to pass the challenge, and you're not going to pass.
Exactly.
Like somehow you're energetically, you ain't ready.
Yeah,
you know,
psychology,
like just your account is going to go the other direction.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's something to that. Like there's something to people having this kind of like victimized mentality, right? Where they're blaming everyone besides themselves. I do feel like the kings and queens of TFT, the true people that rise up, they're extremely like accountable, self-accountable. They don't blame others, right? They're not in the Discord like pointing at me because I didn't give them a giveaway or some shit, right? Exactly. Like they're genuinely like past the phase where it's outside of my control, and they're in the phase of like, this is within whatever's within my control. That's what I'm going to focus on. Yeah. And a storm could hit, but I'm going to still just control what I can control.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a whole different mentality that a lot of people kind of don't have, right? Yeah. So that being said, do you feel like what are you, a Gen Z? What generation are you? I don't even know.
I don't know the terminology, but I was born in 2000.
Yeah, I don't know either. So what do you think of like your era of people, right? Like, what's the mentality of these people?
I think this generation is more like,
you grew up with social media, like really ingrained in you, right?
They're like, forget college. I could do this by myself. Like, you know, social media could be harmful, but it can also be beneficial if you use it correctly, right? So I see a lot of these, young people like myself, they're using social media to their advantage, you know what I'm saying, to build their business, to promote whatever they need to promote. So I feel like they're just using their resources that the other generation didn't have and stuff like that. So I'd say this generation is doing their thing just by using their resources, using social media to do what they need to do and be successful. So
I think social media is empowering creatives and empowering anyone with skills to monetize themselves and to free themselves from all the bullshit that they used to have to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Potentially.
Exactly.
There's not only one path to get to where everyone wants to be. Like, you can achieve a certain level of freedom. Like, I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and they're talking about this like super jacked guy on Instagram or YouTube. He has like a couple million followers, and the fact that you can garner all that attention just for being jacked these days, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy,
it's just that he is at the peak of that little niche, and everyone's like, let me look at this guy.
Like, what the fuck is this? I want to be like him.
Whether it's like entertainment or like admiration, right, or inspiration, like it's just like, let's look at this guy, right?
Exactly,
so I think everyone's got to realize that you have a serious opportunity to build yourself up in this current environment that we're in, and that's what TFT is all about as well. It's the lane is here, right? The opportunity is here. You have to build yourself up until you deserve, you know, to have that achievement in terms of that payout, you know, this interview, this and that, right? It's all there.
It's how much work you put in.
It's how much work you put in. So that being said, like, would you describe yourself as a hard worker?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I see.
Why?
I mean, not to my,
let's hear it.
Yeah, but just the amount of hours. Like, I see something, I have a goal, I'm gonna put the work in. I know without putting the work in, I'm not gonna get there. So I see something I want, I'm gonna put the work in. I'm gonna put them hours in, right? So I know how much hours I put to, let's say, like training, right? I know how much hours I put into learning the skill, learning my craft. So I definitely say I'm a hard worker because I know what I need to do to get to that. Like you said, you need to know what you need to do to get to that level of success, right? So I know what I need to do to get to that level of success, and I have no problem putting my head down and doing that race.
What's your background? Like, where are you from originally?
I was born here, but my parents are from Haiti. Yeah,
Haiti,
Haitian. Yeah. So they came from Haiti.
Shout out the Haitian food.
Yeah, shout out to the Haitians. Yeah.
Let's go. There's a lot of good Haitian food down here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So you're relocating.
Yeah, relocated.
Florida.
Yeah.
Where though? Miami or no?
Orlando. Yeah.
Orlando's on the come up.
Yeah, it is.
There's like a lot of development going on over there.
Exactly.
You know, Disney's getting put under too and stuff.
Crazy.
But yeah, to end it off, any last tips? Anyone out there? Any beginners? And where can people find you after?
You can find me on Instagram at. Hold on, let me check.
We'll plug the Instagram too in the caption if you want.
Yeah, you can find my Instagram. Oh, you can find my main Instagram at benz.ladon and my Forex Instagram at benzz.fx.
He's got a Forex Instagram. All right. Yeah. So find his Forex Instagram. Was benzz something?
.fx.
Yeah, .fx. We'll put it below. How about the Discord? What's your name in there?
Benz FX, but it's all written different ways. So let me check.
What we're gonna do as well is when this video comes out, find him in the Discord and send him a message. And then he's gonna pick one person to get a giveaway account.
Okay.
So find him, cool. Find him in the Discord, send him a message. Hey, yo, I saw you on the podcast, whatever. And say one thing you liked about the podcast, and then he'll be able to pick one person, and then we'll send that person away.
Got you. So my Discord is benz.fx.
benz.fx.
benz.
benz.f. Is that what it is?
.fx.
All right. So go find him in Discord if you guys want to potentially win the account. So that's it.
Yeah.
TFT podcast.
And look on Discord. I'm gonna start my Discord. Also my Instagram, my Forex Instagram. I'm gonna start posting more trades and stuff like that and more information.
Oh yeah. Are you anything right now? You have like course? Nothing right now.
No, not right now. I might have a YouTube channel, but I'm still working.
What type of content's coming on the YouTube?
Forex trading.
Okay.
Trading, yeah. Psychology, content,
straight trading,
technical.
just like
shit like that.
Background cam of you on the computer.
Yeah, exactly. Payout information, stuff like that. Challenges I'm doing and stuff like that. I'm trying to get 1 million plus in all my.
You would do a good interview with this guy named Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you've seen him. His name's like Abdullah FX or something. Okay. He has a pretty big YouTube now. He's done an interview here. He trades like a bunch of firms, or he's made a bunch of money. Yeah. You would do a good interview with him though.
Okay.
Check him out. That's it. TFT Pod. Appreciate you being on, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Enjoy.